Hey everyone, welcome back to
5 Minute Eats. All right guys, we got a little Costco cake for you. And this seems to be new, or at least new to our club because we just saw it today. And it is the Costco Caramel Tres Leches cake. And it is one of those bar, kind of long, rectangular cakes. This is a little slice of it. Now it does have a like caramel jelly thing on top, and it has slid off a bit, but here is the picture of it up here, and then it's got some layers in there.
Now this thing is really long, so there's a lot here. And so how much was it?
This was $14.99.
So it's pricey, but you get a lot.
Yes, and I typically like Tres Leches cake because it is like a very like moist, wet cake. So I like that. Hopefully this is good.
Now for me, this is one of those cakes that has to be made right because I'm a fan, but it's not always made right. So guys, if you're new to our channel, basically we review everyday grocery items. So before you spend your hard-earned money, let us tell you if it's worth it.
That's right.
Now, I do have to say something here.
Okay.
So it's summertime. Costco, I've been waiting for, I believe, 2 summers now. Where's the freaking key lime pie?
Yes, I would love to know that as well.
So a couple of years ago, they had a key lime pie. It was really, really good because I love the crust. They made a great crust. And guys, it was big, well worth the money. But every summer, man, I'm waiting and no. So this hopefully makes up for it.
I hope so. Let's get a fork and dig into it. If you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there.
All right, guys, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
So our rating system, thumbs up, we'd buy it again. Thumbs down, we would not. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, okay. Switching it up a little bit. So for me, this is going to be a thumbs down. I don't think that it's a bad cake. It is a perfectly decent cake. It's an okay tasting cake. However, I wouldn't buy it again, which is why it has to be a thumbs down. Here's the thing. When you tell me it's gonna be a caramel Tres Leches cake, I expect caramel and I expect a milky, milky cake. Now, I got a hint of caramel. That I feel like is kind of my bigger issue here. It tastes like caramel, but you really gotta like notice it, because my first bite, I was like, this is just cake, right?
So here's what I'm gonna do here.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my score,
Okay.
thumbs down, and we're gonna discuss this because
Okay.
this deserves some discussing.
Oh, okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna really suss it out.
I agree with you, the caramel, I don't think that tasted like caramel. When I was eating it, I was wondering, what is this?
Yeah, it's a very light caramel flavor. The little gelatinous substance here, the dark brown stuff, that did taste the most like caramel out of everything on the plate, but there's so little of it, and I also don't particularly love the texture of it, because honestly, it's very hard to pick up with your fork. Like, I had a little slab of it, and I went to pick it up with my fork, and it just went everywhere. So it's a little hard to actually eat it. The caramel cream, which I'm assuming this is supposed to be a caramel cream because it does have a slight caramely flavor, but not nearly as much as I would expect there to be. I do feel like the hero of it was the cake part, but the cake part just tastes like a kind of sweetened condensed milk flavored vanilla cake. Like, it doesn't really taste like caramel at all. So your 2 caramel elements on here have very light caramel flavor. And while I feel like the cake is the hero of it, it's the best tasting part of it, it's not nearly as wet as I would expect for a Tres Leches cake.
Bingo. I was expecting this to be wet. It wasn't wet. And so if you had, if I didn't know what I was eating, I would never think that's what this was.
Yes,
that's what this cake was, you know?
This is basically just like a well-made moist cake,
Yeah.
you know, like a cake that isn't dried out, but it's not a Tres Leches cake.
Something your American mom made you.
Exactly, out of a box.
Yeah, so it's good. Is it great? Is it worth your hard-earned money? I don't think so.
I think that there are better options out there.
Key lime pie, bring it back, freaking Costco. To sum it up, guys, thumbs down, thumbs down. And if you guys buy from Amazon, use our Amazon link. The reason is when you do that, we get 10 cents, 50 cents, possibly even $1, which means we can continue to review things.
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.